I don't believe that I would ever live to see this day. This is horrific. This is heartbreaking. This is disturbing. This is inhumane. This is barbaric. This is sickening on every level. You're probably wondering why on earth is she saying this? There's something called female genital mutilation. Before I even go further, if you're a person that is sensitive to blood, cut, knife, bleed, whichever the case may be, please keep scrolling. Do not watch this. It is extremely sensitive. Now, female genital mutilation is a partial or total removal of a woman's external genitalia, which basically means a woman's, I use women, but usually it happens between the ages of a week old to about 14 years of age, depending on what part of the world you're from. And what happens is babies are laid down and your clitoris are cut off. Depending on what part of the world you're from, you can either have your vagina sewn together. I mean, it gets horrific, right? But currently, though, um, the Gambia, which is located in the western part of Africa, a country that used to not practice this, right? They practiced it before, they banned it, and now they are re-signing this crazy practice back to law. And the reason why they're justifying the resigning this stuff back to law are this. They said for cultural situation, right, to preserve the cultural aspect of the country, to preserve the religious aspect as well. Now, what struck me about all this madness is this. I don't know what part of the Quran, and the reason why I'm saying the Quran um, is because, listen to me, I'm going somewhere with this, is because more than 70% or more than half of the population in the Gambia are Muslim. So if you're justifying this as a thing of religious, I'm assuming that we're looking at the book of the book from the Quran, right? Because that's where we get a lot of our religious view, our religious doctrine, our laws and things like that. I am very sure that there's no parts of the Bible it says that a woman's clitoris should be cut off, right? Now, in the book of Genesis, it did talk about Abraham's circumcising himself. That's a whole different conversation. But when you take a woman's clitoris, the most pleasurable part of her body, and you cut that off because you're trying to preserve her purity, because you're trying to have her to be more modest, because you're trying to determine what her sexual life should be, all of that madness is barbaric, it is idiotic, it is painful, it is senseless, and it is indeed sickening to the core. So the only question I have to share with you, my audience, is this, right? What part of the Quran it says a woman's clitoris should be sliced off? Please help me with this because I really don't know where to go from here. Now, according to UNICEF, it says about more than 70% of women between the ages of 15 and 49 in the Gambia have undergone FGM. And also the law is being looked at right now, and it's more likely to go into parliament. And when it goes into parliament, if they vote for it, then it's going to become law. Now there are activists and people marching on the street because they do not want this barbaric act to be signed into law. Now it pains me because women have died, girls have died. Women are dying. Women will die. Girls will die. Babies will die. So this is a thing that concerns the population of the Gambia, as also it concerns us on a global sense. And the reason why I talk about this subject and I'm so passionate about this is it is so sensitive to me because I understand the reality of this madness, and I'm one of those people who believe that it should be brought to an end, right? But I am curious to know what your thoughts are. Is this, yeah, yeah. I'm just going to leave it here because the more I talk, the more upset I get. But I do want to thank you for watching this video. My name is Imoitinya. I'm a visual storyteller who happens to be visually impaired.